Kind of a problem when you're the main character of a book, but you give more side character energy. And that's what I was getting from Scott and Kip. I just read Game Changers by Rachel Reed. This is the first book in the Heated Rivalry series. Really, all in all, I give it the midway treatment, but the show saves it, honestly. We start our story with Kip, who is a service worker, and he works at a smoothie place. And one day, wouldn't you know it, Scott Hunter, the hockey player, comes in. And Scott just got done with a run, and he is looking for breakfast. Some kind of a drink. And Kip picks up some flirting energy. And Scott comes back the next day and the next day, and it hits a point where Kip's like, hey man, maybe he's into me. And thus their romance is born. I complained a little bit about this one before because it feels very one-dimensional and there's no depth to this writing, and I stand by that. For the most part, the stakes of this were like a 1 week breakup because Kip was upset that Scott didn't want to come out yet. And then they got over it because they loved each other so much, and that was it. But really everything else is just like, and then we went to his apartment, and then we hung out, and they say show don't tell, and this was just very much tell. I thought there were some cool nuggets from this story. Things that could have been explored more. The coach of the New York Admirals, which is the team Scott plays for, that coach is one of the first black men in the NHL. And it's like, you could have gone into that more. You really could have taken it to a place where it was like we explored diversity and we talked a little further about this. The show saved it. I thought about the moment when Scott Hunter pulls him down onto the ice after he's won the Stanley Cup. I will say that's kind of a diva moment because he kind of acknowledges it just a little bit. He's like, this was everybody's win, and I just kind of took away from that. And he really does. He like makes it all about him and coming out in that moment. Kind of questionable tactics there. Sweet story, ends with a little nod to Ilya. If you like the Heated Rivalry story, give it a read. But honestly, you could probably skip it because the Kip and the Scott of it all, it wasn't enough.